Hello everyone, James Junta here. I'm all covered up today because I have shingles. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a couple of minutes, but I must warn you it's pretty hideous. You may want to look away or just stop watching entirely. Now, I had a completely different video planned for this week. I was going to say a few words about self-talk, defining it, what it really is, and how to use it to our advantage. But then I came down with shingles. Today is day 5. Friday. I got this, I woke up with this on Monday morning and I thought to myself, well, I look hideous. So I had to cancel all my appointments for this week. And then I thought, well, I can't do a video in this condition. But then, you know, I'm very transparent in my life with my clients, with my friends and family. I usually let people know what's going on. I try not to complain as I'm doing it, but let's face it, if we're in each other's lives and we're asking them to share with us, it's only fair for me to share. So then I figured, well, why not go on camera? And talk about what's on my mind this week. So what's on my mind this week is loving myself, loving my life, and having the difficulty of something like shingles. So let me get right into the subject. Monday morning, I woke up with something on my bald scalp that looked like pimples. And by Tuesday morning, 24 hours later, it had advanced rapidly. It definitely was not pimples. So I went to an urgent care nearby, and now they're treating me for shingles. So I have 2 prescription drugs I'm taking. And then this morning I went to my acupuncturist. Her name is Denise Polensky. She's here in Central Phoenix. If you need an acupuncturist, I really recommend that you go see her. So anyway, shingles is a horrific kind of a skin condition. In my case, it's very scabby and it's not oozing so much, but it's painful and itchy. I also have it on my eyelid, so it's affecting my vision a little bit. My eyelid was closed for 2 days in a row. It was so swollen. I also have some swelling here, so although there's nothing topical on the skin, it's swelled and it feels sensitive to the touch. I also have a mild sore throat. I'm fatigued. I definitely can't exercise this week. I'm really not even up to leaving the house. I left the house a few times. I'm happy here. I have everything I need. I'm amused. I've been playing a lot of bass and watching some bass videos this week. Now, the thing about shingles, my outlook, I don't feel resignation. I know that this is a temporary condition. I'm able to be cheerful. I'm able to joke around about it. I joked with my, I always joke with my healthcare people, but with my acupuncturist, I always tell her, you know, you love hurting me so much with these needles and you should have gone into dentistry. That was a joke this morning. I also made a gag about feeling like the Elephant Man. I'm going to talk about that in a couple more minutes. So my acupuncturist helped to reduce the swelling in my eye. It's not as bad as it was when I went in this morning. I'm glad I have her in my life. Now, I feel resentful that I've been taken out of the game this week. I had to cancel all my appointments. Even if the condition were someplace where it's concealed, I wouldn't have been able to be present with my clients. And the way this looks, believe me, they would not have been present with me either. So and I'm contagious. So better if we all just stay home. I also feel grateful that my physical body can withstand infection, and my immune system has come through for me every time. And the reason I believe that I'm going to heal from this is because my immune system has helped me in every situation and every circumstance as I always heal. That's going to be true for me. So in presenting this to you, I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? So if you're squeamish, look away because it's pretty bad. Here you go. Here's what the eyes look like, and here's the rest of it. This is what shingles looks like on me. Now, I've heard of shingles. I never experienced, I didn't know what it looked like. I've never had chickenpox as a child, and I didn't know what to expect. So when they said shingles, you know, it may result in these marks persisting for weeks or months afterward, and I may even have permanent scarring. We'll see. I'll deal with it when that happens. Which brings me to the other point I wanted to make about facial disfigurement. Is very, very stigmatizing to people who have it, especially when it's permanent. I've known people who have this. I know a woman who has permanent facial disfigurement. It must be 10 times worse for females in our society where physical beauty is valued so much. to not be able to have that or to lose it at some point is probably just horrible. So I want to say to you, if you have an ongoing physical ailment or limitation or condition, you can find something to love about yourself. Reframe it. Reframe it as a way that you're going to create a new skill or a new resource for yourself, or you're going to develop yourself in a different way that helps others, or any number of things that help you to find your power within this limitation or debilitation. We always can find a way. There was one more thing I wanted to tell you, but I'm a little foggy-brained with my shingles, so let me see if I can come up with it in the next couple of seconds. So what do you think? How do I look? Ready for GQ Man of the Year? Maybe. Why shouldn't the GQ Man of the Year have shingles? Is that really the measure of a person? I don't think so, but I don't really know. Now, I do want to say something about self-healing and your concept of it. Whatever your concept of self-healing is, if you have one and if it works for you, that's great. Everybody's different. I don't think I can teach you how to love yourself. People had tried to teach it to me for years, but I only recently got it. All of the lessons came home from me as a result of a hypnosis session I had with Charlotte Chalkley. Now, I'm a hypnotherapist and I help people, but I also recommend those who are valuable and worth what they're doing. And Charlotte Chalkley is one of the giants in the industry. She lives in Spain. She's available on Zoom. Charlotte helped me in a session to coach myself to loving myself, and now I have it. Loving myself is something that I have. I can never forget it or lose it. No one can take it from me. I continue to practice it every day. So loving myself through healing and through shingles. Now, there is another beautiful woman who came into my life recently. We really like each other. I'm delighted to know her. She told me just the other day that her way of healing herself from shingles a few years ago was to consider the shingles and to welcome it and to respect it and tell it was time to go. Now, no offense, but that doesn't work for me. I'm a man of science and truth. I don't believe it. It's not going to work for me. So I went back to a metaphor that I learned when I began training as a hypnotherapist many years ago. And that metaphor was to imagine my immune system as soldiers going into battle against the infection. So I imagine that they're arming for battle, that they are going into battle, and then they are succeeding against battle, and the infection is going away. So I do this every night before sleep. I don't know how effective it is because I'm still on day 5. Check in with me again on day 8. I may not post about this, but I felt this was valuable enough and it was strong enough on my mind to share with you. And besides that, I've been getting so many calls and texts from people. You know, getting taken out of the game this week means I'm not showing up in places where I usually show up, so people are asking for me. I canceled all of my sessions. I'm not going out of the house much. I also canceled my, I won't be able to go to the church on Sunday and play bass in the service at Unity. I'm really going to miss that because I love those people. They help me to feel welcome and valued, and it's just something I do every week I look forward to. So I'm going to miss everybody over there, but thank you to all of you who have been checking in on me. I love you for doing that. Next time you see me on YouTube, it's going to be a podcast about self-talk. So thanks, everybody. Take care.